I have to ask, has water ever fascinated you? Have you ever like thought of it? Here's this molecule, hydrogen and oxygen. It's odorless, tasteless, colorless, yet it's like it's essential for life. I mean, majority of the planet is water. What, more than 70%? I forget the numbers. Majority of your body is water. Again, I forget the numbers. I believe it's in the 70s. It's like the most powerful element of all, out of earth, wind, fire, and water. It's like, but yet it's the most overlooked. It's the most underestimated element, and yet it's the most powerful. So the takeaway from kind of this video is you want to be water. You want to be like water. What are a few other traits that water carries? Water always adapts to its environment. Doesn't matter what you put it in, whether it's a water bottle or whether it's a glass vase. It does not matter. Water will adapt to whatever climate or environment you put it in, right? So we need to be like that. Whether it's personal or financial or business, we need to be able to adapt and handle whatever comes our way, and we need to be able to mold into that character, into that person, into that structure that can is malleable and can accommodate every situation. But also, it's important not to have the pride to just always want to be on top, always want to be like the best, or sometimes it's better to be overlooked and underappreciated. As a matter of fact, I believe that's rule number 1 in the 48 laws: never outshine the master, right? I believe that's number 1. I believe that's the first rule. But the whole essence behind that law or principle is that you never want to appear or give off the perception of you think you're too much, or you don't really deliver the value that you think you can. And that's not the persona you want to have of other people. So you want to be overlooked and underestimated, and then you want to over-deliver on the back end, so that way they're like, wow, shocked, right? As a matter of fact, I forget where I just heard this from. I forget where I heard this from, but it was, I think it was Eric Thomas, where he said, you always kind of just want to make sure people underestimate you, because that way, every time you deliver, as long as you over-deliver, they'll be ecstatic, they'll be surprised. And that's kind of a shame that we have to have that mentality, that philosophy, that we actually want to lower standards so that way we can raise the appreciation afterwards. But be like water. Adapt to your situation, adapt to your environment. You always want to, just be kind of behind the scenes a little bit. Be underestimated and be overlooked. Underestimated just simply meaning no one really knows how powerful you are. No one really knows that you're the most powerful element on the planet. No one really knows that you control life. No one knows that, what is it? A man can live weeks without food, but only days without water. Water is the essence of life. It's just as vital as the sun. It's how we go through photosynthesis, and how if we eat a plant, the same way the plant got the energy from the sun, we eat the plant, how that same energy is transferred really from the sun to us. It's all ridiculous, and it's all through the help of H2O, water. Do I have any with me right now? I don't see any. Water. Clear, tasteless, odorless, colorless. But it's really the essential building block of life itself, other than the sun, the energy source. So, to wrap all this into one, you want to be overlooked and underestimated. You want to be able to adapt any situation, no matter what, in any area of life. Emotionally, that's one of the toughest ones to just adapt and be fluid in. But you also, you want to have those traits. The whole concept of odorless, colorless, and tasteless is that if you were to go into a store, in Philadelphia, sodas right now are like $2, right? Yet, if you were to see the average consumer walk into the store, where a 50-cent bottle of water costs 50 cents, you will still see people reaching for the $2 Pepsi, the $2 soda. Mind you, one is acid and one purifies, but yet people reach for the one that's 4 times more. Why? Water is underlooked and it's underestimated, overlooked and underestimated. Take that with you. Be water.